Hey guys, what's up? My name is Koozie and welcome to another Escape from Tarkov video. There's a lot of things that set Escape from Tarkov apart from pretty much any other game I've ever played. And one of those things is the modding system that Escape from Tarkov offers. In today's video, what I'm going to be showing you is how to mod your gun, as well as explaining the stats that play a pretty big role into the finished product. So enough pitter patter chitter chatter. Let's get into it. All right, so before we get into anything, I want to give you 3 reasons why modding a gun is the coolest thing ever and why you should be doing it. So what I have here is I've got 2 AK-103s. One is just fresh off of Prapper's stockpile. And then I have an AK-103 that I have modded myself. So I'll explain the stats. There's 2 stats that are very crucial. I'll explain those here in a little bit. Modding a gun makes it more powerful. It makes it easier to control. And most importantly, it just looks cool, dude. I mean, look at that thing.
Pretty sick.
Okay, so let's actually get into how to mod. First and foremost, in your hideout, you need to have workbench level 1 built. That gives you the ability to modify any guns. Also, having the flea market unlocked, super helpful, as well as having maybe your shooting range built as well. There's 2 ways you can go about it. One is to right click and you can either do modding or edit preset. Modding shows you all of the available attachments in your stash. And if you're like me, you don't really keep a lot of attachments all the time. So the best bet is to go with edit preset, because this shows all of the potential attachments that go to that gun as long as you have it identified. So we right clicked on the gun and we went down to edit preset, and now here we are. And as you can see right here, we already have a plethora of options whenever it comes to modding. But as you add more to your gun and you switch up the attachments a little bit, there might be more options that pop up. It just depends on the attachment. Now, one of the things that I like about the edit preset function is I can build a gun however I want, and then I can literally just save it. Say for instance, I want to find an AK-103 build that I've built in the past that I really liked. Okay, I would just go over here to open, and I can either type in the name of the preset, or I can go and find the actual gun, drop down, and then boom. So when you're modding a gun, there's 2 important factors that you want to keep in mind. The first thing we're going to look at is recoil. I will say that horizontal recoil doesn't really matter as much as the vertical recoil. Anything below 40 vertical recoil is going to be pretty much a laser. So the other important thing is ergonomics. Now, ergonomics is basically how fast you can ADS. It's also how heavy your gun is, meaning the lower the number, the faster your arm stamina is going to drain. So let's actually build this gun. So first thing we want to focus on is the recoil, and how we do that is we're going to be changing the handguard, the muzzle device. Those are the 2 main components that dictate recoil, because if you have just a base handguard like this, you can't attach anything. However, if I hit this arrow, it shows me all of the potential handguards that can go with what else is on the gun. Now, with the AK-103, you can go to this gas tube here, and they have these 2 handguard gas block combos. And if you notice, whenever I hover over that specific attachment, it shows you the difference in stats. So for instance, if I add this Troy combo, it's going to take the vertical recoil down by 9, and it gave us 7 ergo, which is awesome. If we hide this, you can see that I've got more options to attach things. What I want to do now, since we're focusing on recoil, is I want to add a foregrip. If we hit the arrow, we can see how many foregrips we can do. And what you can do is you can say, okay, well, I think this is the best. You can select it and then hit the same button again, and then you can drag your mouse over all the foregrips and see if there's anyone that does anything better. So now let's focus on the muzzle device. I will say this: you can run loud and be okay ergonomically, or you can run a suppressor and be awesome with your recoil, but it's going to kill your ergonomics. For your pistol grips, same thing as recoil. It's just a little less complicated because it's just one component versus everything else. The other thing too is your magazines. Okay, obviously you want to have more bullets to shoot without having to reload, but you got to find a happy ground. The finishing touch is the stock. For the stock, we're going to move this, and there's a couple things we can do. We can just keep the SB15 stock like we got it, and we can add this butt pad, which will help lower the recoil as well as give us a little bit more ergonomics, as you see. Or we can hit the stock, and there's like multiple options here. The PT lock, which then gives you the option for the PT3. You can put on a buffer tube and have access to a plethora of stuff. Last thing we want to do is we want to add a sight. You want to take the iron sight off here. There's other times where you can add iron sights, like the flip up sights, to give you maybe +1 or +2 ergo if you do the front and the rear. But I typically just take off the iron sights on the AK. And then what we want to do is we want to switch the rail cover. There's a few that you can choose from here, and if it's not compatible, it'll tell you. After that, we can then choose from all of the sights that we have identified. So once you get your gun, how you like it, name it whatever you want, and then we're just gonna hit the save button, and then boom. All right, now here's where it gets cool, because you're like,
well, I got all these parts here, but I don't have them in my inventory.
Have no fear, bro. All you gotta do is just hit this assemble button, and it's gonna show you all the parts that you need to buy. Just hit buy parts, and then it's gonna take you to the trader screen. Now, if you don't have mechanic and skier and peacekeeper maxed out, what you wanna do is you wanna go up here and hit owner type traders, X that out, because it's gonna mix what you can buy from the traders, which is gonna be the best value. And also it's going to give you access to people selling this on the flea market. Okay, so if I wanted to buy this, I would just go down here. You can't see it because of my camera, but in the bottom right corner, there is a button that says purchase all. You hit that and it'll ask you, are you sure you want to buy this? And look, 117,000 rubles for a nasty AK, bro. So you hit yes. Okay. And then if it's already been bought, then it is what it is. So we're going to do that again. Okay, never mind. And then you want to hit escape so you can go back a screen, and it'll say at the bottom here, you have all the parts. So then you just hit assemble, and bada bing, bada boom. There we go. All right, guys. Well, do me a favor. If you did enjoy today's video, leave me a comment down below. Also, if you have any kind of requests for future videos, I want to make sure I'm putting out content that's valuable to you. So leave me a comment requesting any kind of video ideas that you might want to see. Also, if you enjoyed the video, give me a like. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down. Any and all reactions helps with the algorithm. If you're new here, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. You want to find your way back for more content. Also, I do stream on Twitch Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern and on Sundays at 9 a.m. Eastern. The link for that is down below in the description. It'd be awesome to have you stop by and say hello. And lastly, now that you know how to build the best weapon in Escape from Tarkov, take a look at this video to find out the best ammo to use in Escape from Tarkov.